That being the opening section of the show. Hello. How are you doing today? It is Sunday, September 18th. I don't remember. IX sign. Someday in September. So, 8 days until I leave for TwitchCon. Not that any particular reason to get excited about it. But do you know what I'll say tomorrow? 7 days before leaving, you know what I mean? You know, the day after? 6 days before leaving? I don't care. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Look at that gigantic, it's a 7-gallon glass. No, it's a normal size glass. I'm just holding close to the camera. So let's get to it. What's today's stream going to be about? How long is it going to be? How much does it cost to watch? First half of the stream is going to be me flying Microsoft Flight Simulator missions of various self-constructed forms using this baby blue, this vapor blue controller. Second half of the stream, I'm going to bring my piano in, put it right down here, and we're going to have a piano lounge act like I do almost every other time. And the third question is it's fucking free, all right? So it doesn't cost you anything. Shut the fuck up. Alrighty. So I don't have anything particular to say, except that I have decided we're still the first half of the show, the first part of the flight sim. And again, you kind of break the flight sim because we're going to do it for an hour until like 20 or like the first part of it is this. It's like a 20-minute sightseeing mission. We're crossing a lot of these things off from the world update, which covered Austria, Switzerland. And yeah, stick around for the music, too, by the way. Austria and Switzerland and Germany. And we're still doing Switzerland because there's this place called Gruyere's Castle. And I think it's kind of, and the city of Gruyere's. And it's been redone, and we're going to check it out. And I think we're going to fly the electric plane again today. All right, so where is it near? All right, it's northeast of Geneva. Let's see, Innsbruck. Where the heck is Geneva? Actually, I'm going to do this. There we go. I can figure out where Geneva. Geneva's over here. This is Gruyere's Castle. So I actually think what we're going to do is we actually landed at Montreux the other day. Where's the airport? Hello. I thought there was an airport around here. Yeah, well, we did all this whole scenery, and then we landed here. So today we're going to take off from here and head east to this piece of scenery I want to check out. Gruyere's Castle. All right, but we're also going to switch over back to my brand new electric plane because it's cool, and I tweeted that I was going to fly it today. So you know, there are laws in this world. It's the Eviation Alice. It's based on a real prototype. I don't really know how much it's flown. So we flew the cargo, the DHL. We flew the luxury model. Let's try the commuter. I mean, it's just basically, I think it's going to be basically the same. The liveries aren't quite as exciting, I got to admit. But let's try this one. Oh, let's do Air New Zealand. What the heck? All right, so we're going to take off from this place that we took off from the other day. And we're going to cold start the plane. And then we're going to head east to Gruyere Castle. So I'm going to set this as arrival. That will give us a nice... And there's the city of Gruyere, which is just north of it. And of course, it's famous for cheese? I don't know. Yeah, cheese. All right, so I haven't seen this livery in real life before, so let's check it out. And after that, I'm going to be doing a carrier landing in the Spitfire, in the Seafire, the naval version of the Spitfire. Why? Because I still have my carrier, my super carrier, Miltech super carrier content installed. It's very large, so while it's like 10 gigabytes. And so while I have it on disk, I'm going to do some carriering. Although we'll do it from a different carrier. We've been flying from the Gerald R. Ford, which is off the coast of California, and there's like 6 carriers, so we should switch it up to a different carrier. It doesn't make that much difference. I don't know. I think they might be different. We'll find out. So that'll be interesting. But first, we're going to fly about 25 minutes of sightseeing. You know, low level. Let's look at the mountains. Let's fly into the valleys. And this is a really cool brand. Oh, it's raining. We might want to change the weather. I never check the weather in advance. I did change the time of day, though, right? What do we have here? Okay, 3:14 p.m., which I made it earlier. But we do have the live weather. So apparently it's raining there. It's never that fun for me to to do it. So we'll imagine that the weather has cleared up so I can actually mess with the weather here. All right. So this is, okay, first let's take a look outside here. You can see the Eviation. It's a brand new carbon fiber, all electric airplane powered by two fans, electrically powered fans in the back, and carrying a gigantic load of rechargeable batteries in there somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but it's quite heavy for that reason. But it seems to get the job done. Here, we're going to have to hide this here. Battery master. Okay, good. So we're seeing all our instruments start to turn on here. Those are going to boot up our Garmin displays. It's all touch screens. There's not really that many buttons. The next thing we're going to do is put our engine's power switches, master power switches on. We're going to move the throttle back there. And then each one of these, we need to turn on the power for engine 1, turn on the power for engine 2, and then put those covers back, master covers back on. Now, the final thing is I need to remember there's a taxi range and power switch, and I keep forgetting every single time to put it in power for takeoff. It's basically say taxi range and takeoff, but it is what it is. You know, it's a prototype. It's not necessarily representing of a final, how the final plane will look, but you can see it's ready to go. The engines are fired up. They're just not spinning because I'm not giving any gas. I'm not giving any power to the engines, which is fine. All right, but we have the radio on. We're going to ask for a clearance to head out east because that's where our destination is. Kind of southeast, but let's look for an east departure.
Lima Sierra Golf Lima traffic KNSH 9er taking off runway 18.
I just went right through my plane. All right, Air New Zealand. It's a really neat looking plane though. It's got that great shark look to it. All right, so as soon as I give a little throttle, the fans start to spin up. I can release the parking brake. And yep, we start to move. I'm actually going to make a little left turn here. I think we're going to take off here this way, right? So one of the cool things about this plane is that it's like a hybrid. When you're descending, the fans actually actually charge the battery for you. I don't know if this is the right way to take off, but it's the right way I want to take off. Okay, so we're going to get ready for takeoff here. We're just going to do a straight out departure. All right, so the wings are very thin. We're going to put the flaps down. You can see the flaps, the trailing edge flaps there. Pretty cool. I like the Air New Zealand. Again, I'm idling the engine so they don't do anything. But we're getting ready for prep here. So give us a little power here. Engine starts to spin up. Now, the thing about this thing, oh yeah, as I remembered, I set the flaps, but I didn't do the thing I said I have to do that's different for this plane. Go from taxi to power. Okay, don't do that and you're not going to have a good day. Well, which I've done every time. So this is the first time I remember to do this. Okay. All right, so let's get off the ground here. Let's take this off. We're going to do a pilot side view of this takeoff here. It is a heavy plane, so you need all the runway. All right, full power to the engines. And because it's a heavy plane, it really needs to get up to about 90 knots. And we're barely going to, we'll make it, but yeah. There we go, 90. And we can start to get off the ground. But just barely, like 100 is the smallest. That's about the shortest runway I want to take off from. It needs like a jetliner size runway. All right, gears coming up. You hear the electrical whine. Everything's electric. It's nice and quiet. Of course, I'm yapping. So that's now the other thing I noticed about this plane is the roll rate is tremendously slow. But for the purposes of this plane, and also that guy's kind of loud. For the purposes of this plane, slow roll rate is not a big deal. All right, we want to put this pink line in front of us. Just our light there. We're gonna do this little thing here. All right, and here we go. We're gonna start slowing down here. We're gonna bring the trim up here. All right, and that's the air here back there. You can see the Blecheret is the airport we took off from. This is the Swiss side of this lake. You can see France over there. Montreux is down there, but we're heading this direction. It's Gruyere Castle. Should be pretty cool. Okay, bring it down. It's such a quiet and smooth flight. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to put our lights on. Lights, not a big deal. It's fine. What else did I forget to do? Everything is fine. It doesn't have that many switches. This is for air conditioning, which obviously you don't really need. It just wastes power. All right. So the cool thing about this airplane, among the many cool things, we don't want to go up too high here. is you can see it from the middle display here. In the upper left of the middle display where it says 388, that's the kilowatt hours that's being consumed by the engines. But if I reduce the power down to 0 and then aim the plane downwards like this, lose altitude, what's going to happen is you can see how it says negative 61 there, negative 60. That's actually charging the battery. Now below that where it says 97%, that shows the current charge. And it currently hasn't calculated, well, anyway, it also will tell you your range. So if we go here, say at this speed, I could do 300 nautical miles, blah, blah, blah. So it's giving you a lot of interesting calculations. It also says cabin altitude, which shows the pressurization of the cabin. Interesting. That's kind of cool. There's a lot of nice little details. All right, that we just flew through a cloud, no problem. You know, it shouldn't be. And we're only about 13 miles, looks like, to our destination. But I don't think you can really tell that it's actually kind of up in a mountain. So we're going to keep at this altitude, not go too much lower. Anyway, there's the Swiss countryside. Pretty. It's always nice. I don't want to get too much higher, though, because, you know, we've got to see things. Now, the other interesting thing about a battery-powered plane is, unlike a plane that has gasoline in it or, you know, aviation fuel, those planes get lighter over the course of the flight. So you start with a certain amount of fuel. It literally burns off. So you're quite light compared to the takeoff weight when you land. And planes are designed that way to assume that the landing weight is much less than the takeoff weight. Now here you have a lithium electric battery powered plane. Those batteries don't get any lighter as they lose charge or gain charge. They're the same weight. And they weigh thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds, I'm sure, to power a plane like this. So you're effectively landing heavy. Now, I've landed several times on it, and I didn't have any big problems. I felt that it was a very easy lander. As long as you observe the correct speeds, the approach speed, landing speed, you know, and you're always above the stall speed, I didn't feel like, now, it does need a long runway because it's heavy. So it's not like some of these planes, like, and this competes with the jets, with the Citations, with the Lear jets, you know, the Mitsubishi Diamonds, in terms of capacity. Now you can see back here, there's there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seats, I think. Not a lot. It's pretty small for a commuter. Oh, no, this fast. All right, I'm putting the engines into idle, which means they actually act as a drag. But at the top of this hill, of course, you wouldn't be able to see it if it wasn't marked out for us, is this castle we're going to check out. And then to this side, over the valley, is the city of Gruyere. Okay, it's not exactly, it's close enough, though. It's 4 miles away now. Okay. All right, so this is what it looks like from here. And when we do that, we're going to stop. We're going to jump out of the plane. We're going to check out the castle like we're tourists, like we're a bunch of tourists. Then we're going to get back in the plane and fly around some more. And that's just what we do here. Okay, we're at 166. Give it a little power now. So I thought the castle was on a hillside, but it looks like it's actually just near the city, so it's not high up at all. It's in the valley. But this is another. We've been all over Switzerland, and we have not been here. So just so you know, it's not like I'm repeating. I'm going all over Switzerland, I gotta say. We will definitely have done most of the country by the time we're done. Okay, it's on a little hillside. All right, go back to idling so we can not overspeed. Anyway, idling means that the propellers are actually recharging the batteries. And I don't know if you can turn off that voice. It's very handy when landing, I gotta admit. I don't have any problem with it. Looks like there's a little tiny airstrip there. We would not have been able to take off and land from there. All right, so there's a little village kind of below the castle. We're going to stop here. We'll check it out. Why today? Okay, just 3 weeks ago, they added the World Update 18, I believe, or something like that. And they listed, I think, almost 70 different places of interest that have been added. This being one of them. So this is Gruyere's castle. Looks like they have a lovely garden area. It's one of those castles that has an amazing overlook here. That would be the town or city of Gruyere's. Then if you go here, I guess if you're a tourist, you're gonna have to park down here, and then walk up this little area here. I'm thinking, or maybe you can park down there. So there's a parking lot over here. Maybe there's a shuttle bus. Yeah, you can definitely see this is where the tourists go, because there's all these buses. It's like plenty of tourists are going to be around, okay? You park here, you probably take a little shuttle or something up the hill. And there you go, Gruyere Castle. All right, we got to get a shot, though, you know, a picture, like a postcard. So I got to compose something here. We got to get some nice mountains in the background. It's Switzerland, you know. I think that's the front of it. Right, or no, no, I guess this would be the front of it. But this is the picturesque side, I'm thinking. See if I can make this horizon kind of flat here. Not really. There you go. All right. Postcard time. Yeah, I do eventually use these in my tweets. So... Okay, everyone back in the plane. Where's the plane? Hello? Oh, I don't know what's happening here. I think I might have, it might be slightly frozen. It'll come back. Maybe something, did something crash? No, I'm fine. There we go. It's just thinking. It just loaded a lot of polygons, all right? Okay, where are we? That's not us. That's somebody else. Okay, here we are. Get back, everyone back in the plane. Use the magic parachutes to get back in the plane, please. Thank you. Close enough. Close enough for government work. All right, moving right along. We're going to check out the town of Gruyere. And it looks like it's on the edge of this fairly small lake. It's interesting terrain. It looks like there's like a high valley up there. And like a lake down here. Yeah, I think they should do some better liveries for these little commuter planes. But the livery, and there's really only one livery for cargo, but I used it yesterday. It's DHL. It looks really good. And then they have some excellent liveries for the luxury version. So there's 3 versions of the plane. But as far as I could tell, they're all basically identical except for interior layout. I mean, which is fine. Okay, let's get some speed going here. So you can kind of see there. It's got some nice big windows, that's for sure. And, you know, it has this great electronic layout, which I do like. And it's quiet, it's smooth, it's all electronic. I mean, if they can really make this plane practical. One of the things I was talking about is, for example, here with my friend Kelly, it's showing a range of 340 nautical miles, which isn't that great. Because, I mean, it sounds like a lot, and it is for an electric plane. But it's not that great because once you get there, you can't. Once you get to, say, you want to go 600 nautical miles, you kind of have to do it overnight because I believe these planes take 6 to 10 hours to recharge. So unlike a plane where you can stop at an airport and refuel in maybe a half an hour, you're going to be stuck on the ground for 6 to 8 hours. So I believe that is basically the reason why these planes are facing an uphill, against being widely adopted, in the same reason that in some ways electric cars face an uphill battle as well. Because this is a pretty hillside, though. I think we got some clouds, but it's not raining. I mean, I made it not rain. Yeah. Okay. So that's the backside. Oh, there's a marina. The backside of the. That's Gruyere back there. Okay. So they make cheese. I'm thinking. All right, we have to find a runway that has at least 4,000 feet. And that's because this plane, again, being heavy, will not stop quickly. So 2,600 feet, not enough. I don't think so. What's up here? Yeah, 9,500. We're going to go to Payern Military. It's not that far. But yeah, 2,600 feet's not. I would say I landed on 3,000 feet the other day, and I just barely stopped by the end. My point is, it's a heavy plane, and For some reason, they don't let you reverse the propellers, I think, from what I can tell. Like, there's no actual reverser. Maybe there is. Yeah, no, you can't reverse the pitch of the propellers. Anyway, not a big deal. Where is this thing here? Where is this over here, by the way, on the other side? Neufchâtel. That's the tiny airport. All right, we're going to go to Payne Military. This is, as I mentioned, that is too short. We go over the edge. It's a very heavy plane, and all you have are brakes. They're good brakes, but there's only so much you can do. All right, we're going to have to, obviously, we're going to have to land in sequence this from this direction. So we're going to head north. But the most fun part is landing and takeoff. But to me, the most fun part is landing. I mean, I do enjoy the sightseeing, that's for sure. And we're going to cross Gruyere Castle. We have a few things left. We got Hanstein Castle, Altenburger Cathedral, Speyer Cathedral, and a lot of Austria. So there's quite a bit more sightseeing to do. Yeah, it's kind of loud. I'm sure there's an annunciator volume button here, but I don't know what it is. Maybe one of these. There's just an interknob, PFD, barometric. That's autopilot. It might be crew volume. Maybe I can turn crew volume down. I wonder if it's a crew annunciator. We'll figure it out. All right. So we're going to come into a nice... not too fast. Nose down a little here. Still talking pretty loud, that's for sure. But it's good. It'll go, 50, 40, 30, 10, 20, 10. When you're hitting the runway, it's actually really handy. I think more planes should have an altitude annunciator, which is what that is. You don't necessarily want it all the time, and there should be a button, on-off button that's quite prominent. I don't see it. Oh yeah, by the way, we wanted this to be in range. Interesting. I thought it automatically went into range, the thrust mode. And we want to be in range for landing as well. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. I'm learning there's definitely unique features in every plane, and one of them is this thrust mode button, because gasoline or fossil fuel planes don't have it. We are at quite altitude though. Why are we so high up?
2,500.
Yes, I heard you the first 17 times.
2,500.
Oh, that seems like a bug. It's a radar altimeter. What we're seeing is why it says 4,100 is because that's a air altimeter.
2,500.
So it's looking at the height above the ground there, which is going up and down. That's why it keeps, and we're right at around 2,500 above the ground. Anyway, let's get some this down here. We're now into fully idling mode to keep us from getting too much faster here. We're going to make a sharp left turn and land. So first we're going to put, we are going to put half flaps down at this point. There's our runway right over there. We're going to make this turn. It's not the fastest turner in the world, but it does turn. So we're going to land at Payern Military. Yeah, military bases. I don't know if you've landed there before. Probably have, but I don't recall. There's so many thousands of airports. So I don't know. All right, at 4 miles we go to full flaps. At 3 miles we lower landing gear. I don't know why, but that's just my rules. My rules. So yeah. There's a cool little racetrack or something down there. Oh, a little more power. Okay, so anyway, we want to approach at over a little 110. As you mentioned, stall speed is right around 95 with full flaps. So you want to land as close as you can to stall speed, but definitely a little over. All right, 4.5 miles. 4 miles. 144. 3 miles. 3 miles full flaps, and then gear down. So it looks like now partial flaps. Full flaps. And gears coming down. Alright, so I'm watching my speed carefully. 111. If we do it right, I can keep the engines idling most of the time, but right now they're not. I'm giving some power here. So we can stay above 110 for sure. Those white indicator lights indicate our glide slope is on the high side. Let me move this up.
500. 400.
Definitely a
300.
long ass runway. Okay, we got 1 red, that's good. 2 red, perfect. Now we can start.
200.
It's a decent glide slope right there.
100.
110, so I'm slowing down a little bit here. Got some jerkies. All right, all
50,
off entirely.
40. 30. 20. 10.
We touched down right at 90. Perfect. Full braking. Full braking. Boy, that's about as short as you can go. But I have a good time landing it. So far, I've either had good luck landing it, or it's just pretty easy to land. One of the two, maybe both. All right, keep the fans moving, because they'll come to a complete stop. I always like to call them fans, not propellers. I don't know what the difference is technically, but they probably are propellers. I mean, they are variable pitch, so. Interesting. All right, we're going to park. I'm going to open things up and take a screenshot, but there's lots more Flight Simulator content to come. I'm going to be doing a carrier mission after this. We're going to take off from a carrier. We're going to turn around. We're going to land a carrier, but this time in a vintage World War II aircraft. And it should be a vibe. I don't know. Yeah, this is not an amazingly complicated, but it's an air base, which is kind of cool. Okay, all right, there's the tower. Let's go that way. Let's go across the runway. Air New Zealand. I'm sure that's a real airline, too. But I bet their planes look nicer, although black and white would be appropriate for New Zealand, right? I don't know what the actual Air New Zealand aircraft look like. All right, here's your parking area over here. It always does that flash. Only this plane does that weird flashing when it comes to complete stop. I don't know what that's about. All right, lights off, but check this out. Okay. What happened here? What happened? What just happened? Something weird happened. What just happened? That's really weird. Something really weird happened. So, that was a glitch. I was just sitting here and it probably has a bug. What was that? All right, open, place. So now the chocks are down, so we can't do that anymore. The doors are open, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that was. It's the cargo area. You can see the main little area there. It's a pretty cool plane. We'll take a walk through here. Let's see. So let's see here. You can see the landing gear. These engine cells up close and personal. Let's go inside here. See if we can do this. So there's the cargo area. There's more cargo. People are storing their coats there because this is a commuter version. There's the seats. I think there's a bathroom too. I'm not sure if the pilot's in this mode. It's kind of cool. That's what it looks like. Alrighty. Okay, so postcard. But yeah, no, we're gonna switch to a carrier operation right after this, almost immediately. I'm not sure this is gonna be a great screenshot, but we're gonna go for it anyway. I do want to get lots of pictures of my new electric airplane. It's pretty cool. So far, I have not crashed it one time. I've only had it for about 4 days. It's only been in the game for like 4 days. Okay, so what? First, I gotta have a little Diet Coke. Cheers, everybody! Everybody, please grab your Diet Cokes, which are icy and with condensation on the glass. Oh my God, that's good. Okay, don't go overboard. So we're gonna find. Well, first we'll get in the plane. The plane's gonna be the Seafire, which is the naval version of the Spitfire. I just like it. Okay. So first of all, we're going to pick the plane. The plane is the Seafire. Well, where is it? It's one of these. Yesterday we did an F-14s, by the way. It was moderately successful. I still want to do more F-18s, and then I'm going to uninstall the carrier. It's huge. It takes a lot of time to load. And I only have 5 planes that can even land on it. Okay, here's the Seafire. We're going to pick, what's a good livery? I think they're all about the same. Let's try this one. I don't know if they're all about the same. We'll find out. Okay, reduce the fuel load. All right, now here's the trick. We got to find, there's 6 aircraft carriers. I know where one of them is. It's always out here. But I think there's one out near Hawaii. But it's not the moving one. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? It's not amphibious group already. It's definitely got an airport on it. I might have to use the finder. There's this one. FMO3. I just want to check and see if this is one of the Miltech Simulations carriers, because I don't know for sure. We'll know for sure when we load in, because there'll be a Miltech Simulations toolbar, and it'll either say yes, you're on a carrier, or no, the nearest carriers are here. Or I can look it up, but I'm too lazy. And I think that's it. It's one of them. We'll find out. Uh-oh. I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, no, I think this is a moving carrier. So if we go here, super carrier, yes, it should show us, yes, all this stuff is good, like aligned to wind. Wait, that didn't work too well. Okay, is our plane working after all that? We should figure that out first. Do I remember how to start us? Let's check a few things here. What's this rudder trim? Yeah, that's going to kill us. There's kind of a bug there. Okay, these are here. Throttle is there. Fuel. Selectors open. Primer. Primed. Right, we don't need to operate the pump, do we? Starter cover, starter button. Yeah, maybe I didn't do so. Oh yeah, magnetos. Oh, they're on. Yeah, it's messed up. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, I think the moving carriers are a problem. I'm going to look up where the static carriers are. Those are the only one you can really do this on, I think. And it's kind of a game issue. Militech supercarrier locations, worldwide locations. What do we got here? Google. Moving versus static locations. So where is the Nimitz class? Whidbey Island, Washington, Panama Canal, Panama. Let's say ZC01. Will that actually take us to a carrier? Oh, cool. Nice. All right. This is the carrier we want. Perfect. Okay. The problem with is there's static carriers and moving carriers, and only certain things don't work right on the moving carriers. But the static carriers, basically, which isn't realistic because ships are moving in the ocean. But the static carriers can act like an airport because in the Microsoft Flight Simulator world, airports don't move around. In other words, you know what I mean? There's a lot of compromises needed to get carriers to work in the game. Since they weren't part of the original design, carriers where you're taking off and landing at sea from a potentially moving object. So now we're running. Okay, we got the plane. We're running. You can hear it doing stuff. We got controls. We're there. We got a plane behind. Some planes behind us. Okay, this is near Whidbey Island, Washington. It's a nice day. Okay, I got a couple things I want to check here. I want to check and make sure our rudder trim is 0 and not 4.5, because otherwise it's literally impossible to take off. It's a bug in the plane, don't worry. 0. Everything else is pretty well buttoned up here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to line up. Actually, now that I remember correctly, I don't think... Now let's try it. I'm not sure you can use a catapult. In this plane. Some planes, the catapults are designed for the jets. They're not really designed for these planes. And so I have a feeling that let's try it though. All right, what we're gonna do here is open up the canopy so we can see out the side of the plane. And we can actually take off that way, I believe. So we can see outside the plane. All right, let's get some gumption here. What are we doing here? Oof. Nice pro maneuvering here. Let's see if we can do it. Just want to get a little bit of maneuvering power here. All right, that's about right. Okay, so now that we're here, we can go like this. It'll come in for their safety checks. Now, I don't see how that catapult is supposed to hook up to this plane, but we'll just see what happens. Okay, how are their checks looking? Their checks are looking good. So we're gonna go to green. I'm gonna hit this green button. Right? No, maybe it's not gonna let me do it. Do I have my parking brake on or off? Oh, it did do it. But I didn't have my power on. Okay. Let's try that again. I think I know what's going on now. Interesting. So it did catapult me, but I didn't... Oh, come on. It's not going to do this every time now, is it? It is. All right, we got to restart. This is also a bug. Easy to fix, though. This happened to me the other day. You have to go over here. Yeah, let's take a second. All right, let's try that again. I actually enjoy this whole maneuvering up to the catapult, But again, the catapult is designed for the F-18 and F-14. It's really, you don't need a catapult with these planes, with a propeller plane. So I'm not 100% sure why I'm doing this. I think I could probably take off without it. Maybe we should find that out. I mean, because if I remember correctly, these kind of planes did not need a catapult. I'm not 100% sure. Let's try it out. Let's find out. So in order for that to work, I have to first of all line up. Now you see that big heavy thing in front of us? That's not going to be a good thing if we run into it, which is right in front of us. But what we can do is quick taxi around it. So we're going to go this way. We're going to go this way. And then kind of this way. And I'm going to land in front of that Yak 19, right through that Yak 19. Okay. Parking brake off. Parking brake on right here. And then we're going to go this way. We're going to land. We're going to take off over this catapult here. I think it's going to work. Okay. So, quick taxi's off. Alright, flaps are where we want them to be. This is all full. And then we go full like that. And we just see what happens. I just don't want to hit that thing there. Oh, did I not? Oh, I forgot to do my rudder. And then we go up like that. And you know what? Yeah, I think we're going to take off. I don't think you need a catapult. Now, to land, we're going to have to hit the... we're definitely going to have to hit the hook. That is not even an issue. But I just wanted to make sure. You don't need a catapult in these kind of planes. They never did. Catapults are for jets, because jets don't make a lot of power at low speeds. Unlike propeller planes, which can make full power at low speeds. So they kind of were invented for jet operation. All right, we're going to make this turnaround here. We're going to head the other direction. I should probably put my map up so I kind of know where I'm going. We're way high up. It's nice. It does show this acquisition box, this purple acquisition box here. Oh, come on. It's just not letting me click on anything. Boy, sometimes the responsiveness of Microsoft Flight Simulator is terrible. All right, come on. Come on. Oh, yeah, and now we get to fly through a cloud. That's great. All right. What is this down here? I don't check this every time. Rudder bio is fine. Yeah, it won't fly at 5%. It just won't fly. Why do you set it to 5% every time? So a crash? Thank you. And now, of course... Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm having a great time, though. Eventually, we might actually get a chance to land, to take off and land. Who knows? But yeah, this plane is problematic. Yeah, I need to take more time. Okay, first of all, also we can't, because of this bug here, we have to start over. It's kind of a pain. I mean, you know, if we hit enough bugs, eventually I get sick of it and we just don't do sightseeing flights again. But this content has been out for years, so you'd think they'd have fixed some of these errors by now, but I think they just don't give a shit. And they still sell this in the, like for $40 in the store. Ugh. World map set its departure. Let's go. Not from 75 feet up from the deck, but on the actual deck. Thank you. The other thing I can do is, you know what I'm going to do? We'll fuck the takeoff. We'll just go to approach. That is so painful. Nah, I can't. No, we're going to have to at least take off. We'll take off. I was going to say, we can go to approach, but this plane you really have to set up. It's because it's completely set up wrong for you when you get in it every single time. And I'm not setting it up. I'll go through the setup procedure. Every single time you got to do this. It's not like it remembers... Okay, yeah, for a second, it didn't even remember where I was. Okay, setup procedure. Ready? Number 1, open the canopy. Number 2, set the trim of the rudder to 0. It's set at the farthest end of its range for some strange reason every single time. Number 3, why do you have so much fuel on board, sir? You don't need to, and it's really hard to land and take off with that much fuel, so why don't you reduce it to something reasonable? Okay, that's what you have to do every single time. Now, we can't be here, or we'll just run into that thing and smash. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Go over to here. Got to do this every time. Now we have a nice clear path. Oops. What's going on here? We're pretty much ready to take off. Okay, flaps at half. Quick taxi off. Full power. It's not that hard to take off. As well it should be. You do not need a catapult. Alright, let's come around the back side of it. This time let's see if we can successfully maneuver this plane. Now one thing you got to be aware of is with the canopy open, you have reduced speeds. So we are probably going to have to close the canopy up until we approach it. There's our little... We're going to pass the Whidbey static carrier here. Alright, let's close this here. There we go. Try to avoid getting too much altitude. For some reason, we need some trim, slow things down. Okay. Alright, so where's our carrier? It's there. Got plenty of room to go. Bring this up so I can see where we are in relation to it. Which in a second it will show me. Alright, over here. So that box isn't even really... No, I guess it is. Anyway. Why are we gaining altitude? More negative trim. Come on, guys. Keep the nose down. Hey, does this plane have speed brakes? I don't think it does. It doesn't. It shouldn't need them. Alright, let's make an approach. So we're going to turn around here. Unlike that electric plane, you got roll rate and very maneuverable capabilities. But we got to make sure to put the tail hook down. Or I'll forget. See how humongous that tail hook is? Yeah, flying through this cloud is going to make it extra hard, but that's fine. Alright. Flaps to full. Gear to down. Gear's coming down. It is happening. Alright, let's look at our landing pattern here. Hello, how you doing? Brad Pitt. You might be watching my stream, by the way. That's why sometimes I find like I get kind of bombed by people that they're like, hey, I can see that guy streaming. And you're welcome to. Anybody flying the game, I'm on the US West server, and I'm currently on a carrier in Whidbey Island. Now, you're not going to see the carrier unless you buy the Miltech Super Carrier Pro. Okay, it's waiting for me to come in here. That red flashing light means it's acquiring my signal effectively. And eventually it'll start telling me if my glide slope is decent. Which I can already tell you I'm a little high. Oh. Alright, so opening the cockpit. Come on, let me open the cockpit. Yeah, it's not coming. And now look out the side. We don't need this anymore.
Clara, you're overpowered. Right
Yeah.
line up.
I'm overpowered. And reducing power as we speak.
Ball. Roger, ball. You're fast.
I'm reducing power, sir.
Way off.
Why do they always say way off? Way off right at the end. Alright, folks. So this time it actually showed me getting a wire. Okay, there's 4 wires, and it looked like it showed me getting wire 1, which is predictable. But that's pretty cool. I did catch a wire, and we did stop. So, come on, after all that time, we actually had a success. We'll go around again. Okay, so, back in here. Close the canopy. Close the canopy, thank you. Raise my tail hook, and that will... I forgot where the fucking tail hook is now. Oh, it's up here. Tail hook. Retracted. And when we retract the tail hook, yeah, the wires go back. I don't know if it really was realistic. No, right, the 4th wire's back there. Cool. All right, so flaps to takeoff position. Let's see, are we at all mobile? Or do I have my, yes, what are these? Parking brake off. All right, we're gonna take off again and try that again. That was kind of fun. I had a good time. I mean, once we finally got over the bugs, we're going to take off again from right here by going like that, full power. Keeps wanting to go right. That's my bad, though. Gear up, flaps up, full power. Should be just plenty of power. That's what it looks like leaving the deck. We're going to come around to the left here like I always, for whatever reason, like to do. We're going to head back to a nice position. Here we're going to map up. And we're going to try that again. That was pretty close. I mean, considering how my typical landing effort goes, I'm going to say that wasn't too bad. We're going to try it again. By the way, hello to the United States of America. Yeah, you got a great name there on YouTube. Now, if you were the president of the United States of America, I would be more impressed because that's an actual band that I play songs on. In fact, on my music, on my keyboard nights, I usually do Peaches by presidents of the United States of America, who I think are still touring every now and then. All right, we're going to get about 4 or 5 miles distance here. We're going to make this turn. We're going to reduce power here. Get a little negative trim here. All right, we're about to make a big left turn. And let's just start our turn so that we can come in for a approach here to ZC01. Flaps to partial at this point. There's the George Bush over there. Oh, no, that's not George Bush. It's the Ronald Reagan. I keep forgetting the names of the Miltech super carrier carriers. But I think there's 6 of them. So this is only the second one I played with, or landed on. And there's the others. I think and they're all a little different. They're all a little different on the way their deck is configured. Okay. What's the distance? Okay, 2 miles, full flaps, and gear, please. There's the gear winding down. Okay, it's calling the ball, and it's saying that we're high. All right, we're going to do the same thing I did before. Open the canopy. Open the canopy. Come on, open my canopy. Thank you. And look out the side. I believe this is realistically how you were supposed to land. Oops, we're too low. More power, please. There we go. There we go. So there's a ball there that effectively is showing where I am on the optimal glide slope. That orange ball. But I'm never able to get it to give me left and right. Left and right modifiers. And it's clearly not. I clearly need some right rudder here.
You're going high. Way off.
I'm not. It always says wave off, by the way. Oh. Which wire did I get there? 4, number 4. It didn't even show up, but that means I got number 4. That's fine. All right, that was fun. I had a good time. You know what? That was fun. All right, so we're gonna do something even more fun. We're gonna find the. There it is, right there. We're gonna find the. Let's see. We're gonna find the elevator right here, which is right here, and we're gonna try to go down the elevator. This is fun. I think we can fit on here. Well, I'm sure we can. We're not a very big plane compared to the F-14s. I'm using this quick taxi feature. Okay, so we're in the front elevator, I believe. We're gonna hit the down button. It takes a couple minutes. Okay, it's realistic. It takes about 5 minutes, I think, about 4 minutes to fully lower this elevator. But you can kind of see where we're going down here. Oops. My parking brake on. Yeah, that jumping is normal for whatever reason. If we can get back further, you can kind of see there's the space that we're going to down there. You'll see in a minute. All the planes do this little jumpy thing on the elevator. I don't know why. As I mentioned, bugs. The game was not originally designed for carriers, and they had intricate moving parts on them. And after this, I'm going to whip out my piano, and there shall be a piano segment. I'm going to try to play some electric piano, including some of my those James Taylor songs that I like to play that I haven't played in a while. So we'll see how that goes. It's been a while since I played them. Yeah, we're almost halfway there. I'm not kidding. This thing is a realistic aircraft elevator, and there's 4 of them on this spec, all of which can operate independently on this aircraft carrier. And there's 3 on some. And this aircraft carrier has 4 catapults, which again you need for the F-14s and the F-18s. Okay, we're like 2/3 of the way there, 3/4. But there's a whole interior hangar. It's pretty cool with all sorts of people walking around, well, assets, I like to say. Yeah, that jerking is just because the platform moves, but the plane has to kind of realize that it's in the air and then fall every time. And that kind of activates the suspension. All right, we're here. The plane stops moving. We're nowhere there. Well, we're almost there. We can't get off the plane until it gets... It's not something I want to do every day, but I do enjoy doing it. Hey. Okay, do I have these off? I don't want to hit that. We're perfect. Go ahead down here. Yeah, this interior is a little different than the interior of the other plane, the George Bush or whatever it was. This is the Ronald Reagan. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. They're all a little different. Not majorly different, but definitely different. How they're arranged. All right, so turn off this quick taxi here. Let's have a little look around. Maybe we'll take a screenshot. Royal Navy Seafire inside the hangar. Probably this way. Like the guys standing there. All right, screenshot. Wait a minute. I'll have to do. Yeah, gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. Because I got more content I want to do. I want to make. We'll do the second half of my show, which is music. I like performing the music for you guys. I like playing the piano. I like keeping my skills up on the piano. And then tomorrow will be another stream with about 45 minutes of flight simulator content, followed by 45 minutes of electric guitar playing. That's just the way I roll. We alternate between guitar and piano. And yesterday was guitar day. All right, so let's get out of here. That was fun, though. I think I'm almost done with the carrier content. I want to land the Zero, the Mitsubishi Zero. I think I've never landed that one. I'm not even sure it's possible. But after I've done that, I'm going to uninstall the carrier just because, you know, it's not really my meat and potatoes flight sim content, you know. It's just something I kind of like, you know, I bought the content and I kind of like doing it. So, all right. Yeah, it's going to take a solid 3 minutes for me to bring my piano in, plug it in, get it all hooked up. Hopefully it'll take less than 3 minutes. There's a little more Diet Coke. And then we'll be in the music department. Almost made it. But no, this is not good. Let's do this. Like here. No. Something like that. I do it a little differently every time. It doesn't look it, but I do. I mean, I don't. Anyway. All right, back to the show. Cheers. Diet Coke burp. How's everyone doing? What's going on? I'm checking the. Oh, Milo's on. How's she been doing? Hi, Milo. Just over half an hour. All right, yeah, we're gonna do some music stuff. I'm gonna play do a little warm up here. How's that working? I'm trying. I'm in the last week of a 1 year warm up to play karaoke next week in San Diego. So that's why I'm singing. I don't think I'm the world's greatest singer, but I'm better than I was a year ago. So I was mentioning the presidency of the United States of America, and they do a song that goes like this. The reason why is because somebody made a comment on my YouTube from the United States of America. What kind of a name is that? What does that say? Okay, I want to be like here. So I want to move my piano to the right. There we go. That's where it should be. There we go. I want to move this up now. All right, now I'm happy. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Peaches come from a can, they were put there by a man in a factory downtown. If I had my little way, well, I'd eat peaches every day, sun-soaking bulges in the shade. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. I took a nap where the roots all twist. I squished a rotten peach in my fist, and I dreamed about you, woman. I poked my finger down inside to make a little room for an ant to hide when nature's candy in my hand, or can or pie. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Peaches. Excuse me. Diet Coke might help. All right, I'm just gonna do some instrumentals like this one. Well, hello, welcome to Ken's Lounge. Ken's Lounge, how you guys all doing? Have a little Diet Coke here. By all means, sidle up to the bar, order yourself a fancy drink. It's that kind of lounge. We don't mind. Just mellow out, listen to some stylings, keyboard stylings, kind of classic songs that everybody likes to do for the lounge act. For example, Girl from Ipanema, you know? Like this one. Anyway, close enough. Ooh. Also, piano lounge versions of Steely Dan songs. Who doesn't love those? And of course, all the other songs like do. How often do you hear Flashdance as a lounge act song? Not very often. Anyway, that's my lounge act version of Flashdance. What a Feeling by Irene Cara. And Giorgio Moroder, I think. One of those guys. Do 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 do. You know what I want to do though? I want to play that song. I left the lyrics over here. Give me a second. Right here. Do, 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 do. This one right here. Portal. It's a video game song. It's my only video game song I do, so I like to do it. This was a triumph. Making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done, and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. Not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me and tore me to pieces and threw every piece into a fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line, and we're out of beta, we're releasing on time. I'm so glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned for the people who are still alive. Go ahead and leave me. I prefer to stay inside. Maybe you'll find someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke, haha, fat chance. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look out there, it makes me glad I'm not you. I've experiments to run. There is research to be done on the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive. I'm doing fantastic and I'm still alive. And while you're dying, I'll be still alive. Still alive. Still alive. I really like that song for some strange reason. Okay, now I want to switch over to some of these. I don't know if you people are going to know. No, I don't care. It's a bunch of songs by James Taylor. I call this that I have a book of. I have several books of his sheet music. And what I do here is I scanned the pages and onto my computer of the sheet music. Okay. And then assuming I do it properly, I can use my foot pedals here. Let's see if they're working. Foot pedal. Oh yeah. I can use my foot pedals to go back and forth to, so I can read the sheet music because these songs are not memorized. And then these are also electric piano songs. Not that though. Okay, this song is called Another Day. It goes like this. James Taylor, what year? 1997? Could be. Could be one of his later works, really. Wake up, Susie. Put your shoes on. Walk with me into this light. Finally, it's the morning. I'm feeling whole again. It was a hell of a night just to be with you by my side, just to have you near in my sight, just to walk a while in this light, just to know that life goes on. Wake up, Susie, put your shoes on. Walk with me into this light. Another night goes on. Life goes on. Another dawn is breaking. Turn and face the sun. One by one, the world outside is waking. Morning light has given away to the shadows that hide your way. And night has given away to the promise of another day. Another day. Another chance that we may finally find our way. Another day. Sun has begun to melt all our fears away. Another day. Another day. Oh, wake up, Susie. Put your shoes on. Walk with me into this light. ready. Hey, that's not a bad version. Okay, next song. These are in alphabetical order. So Another Gray Morning. What year? 1978. A much earlier song. This is, I think, from JT. What's the key in? When I feel as though my love is sinking down, the sun doesn't want to shine. When it feels like she won't face another day, life is unkind, she's frozen in time. Here comes another gray morning, a not so good morning after all. But she says, oh, what am I to do today? Too much time and so much sorrow. She hears the baby waking up downstairs. She hears the foghorn crawling out across the sound. The repetition in the morning air is just too much to bear. No one seems to care if another day goes creeping by, empty and ashamed, like an old and wanted memory. No one will claim the clouds with their heads on the ground. She's gonna have to come down. Said, move me, locked up inside. But I didn't understand her, but God knows I tried. She said, make me angry, just make me cry. But no more gray morning, I think I'd rather die. I love these songs. Old James Taylor songs. I don't think I know this one. Somehow the season always brings a picture of you. Baby, boom, baby, holding on for everything you figured you're due. The turtleneck girl, moon on your shoulder, the wind in your lovely hair. Oh, what a night. We sat on the beach and watched as the sun rose into the summer air. You said we couldn't miss what we never knew, something about something that you had to do. Sitting on the sand with a hole in my shoe. I had no way of knowing where you might have been. Time goes by, all on my own. I imagine you were life in between. All on my own, I worked on a letter, but it never made it out of my head. No, somehow reading your name just wasn't wasn't the same as leaving the thing unsaid. How come I miss what I never knew? Drag out the past just to paint it new. Spend my days with a dream of you. Oh, after the fall, I'm just trying to find our name on the wall. It was neither yours nor mine. It was something of the two combined. From a time spent out of time. I gotta go back here. I work hard to see that you remember my name. Nod your head, yes. Do what I can do to make you wanna see me again. Oh, what a night. Got a letter from the mail. Got a message from the telephone. Oh, what a night. Working, it seems you're working in town. Moving around, living alone. I'm caught in the spotlight, walking on wire. My feet are frozen and my heart's on fire. What do I do if my dream comes true? Dakota. La 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 la. La 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 la. I remember that. That's a fade out at the end. So, hey, by the way, thank you for your comment, TTS. Hope you're doing well. I am doing great. It's we're gonna be playing some more of these electric piano songs from James Taylor's career. This one is from 1993, his cover version of a 1959 song. The song is 1 Year Older Than Me. And look how old I am. It's called Everybody Loves to Cha 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 by Sam Cooke. The genius Sam Cooke, by the way. But he does it kind of pretty mellow, I think. Took my baby to the hop last night. What to my surprise, when we got there, she hit me with the news right between the eyes. She said he couldn't do the cha-cha-cha. My baby couldn't do the cha-cha-cha. She couldn't cha-cha. No, she couldn't cha-cha-cha. My baby couldn't do the cha-cha-cha. I told her not to worry now. They'd play some other dance. But we sat there for an hour and a half, and we never got a chance. 'Cause every song they played was cha-cha-cha. They played nothing but the cha-cha-cha all night long into the midnight hour. Every song they played was cha-cha-cha. Told her not to worry, there's still one thing we can do. Let me take you by the hand tonight. I'm gonna teach this dance to you. I taught my baby how to cha-cha-cha. I taught my baby how to cha-cha-cha. All right there, right on the spot. Taught my baby how to cha-cha-cha. I kept on dancing for an hour or two. What do you think I'd see? We hadn't practiced for a time or two around. She was doing it better than me. You know my baby loves to cha-cha-cha. You know my baby loves to cha-cha-cha. Every night, every day. You know my baby loves to cha-cha-cha. cha-cha-cha. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves the cha-cha-cha. Little children love to cha-cha-cha. It's another fade out. Should we skip Copperline? Copperline's a great song, though. It's just a little hard to do. I'll do Every Day. And then we're going to do that Livingston Taylor song that James covers. This is another cover song, though. Originally, the song is from 1957. My God, even older than the previous song. Say every day, getting a little closer, going much faster than a roller coaster. With a love like yours, surely come my way. Yes, oops, wrong way. Every day seems a little faster. All of my friends, they go on and ask her. With a love like yours, surely come my way. Oh, every day seems a little stronger, and every day lasts a little longer. Come what may, do you ever long for true love from me? Like I long for you, baby, stay every day. Seems a little closer, going much faster than a roller coaster. With a love like yours, surely come my way. Yes, a love like yours will surely come my way. Every day, yeah. Every day, each and every day. Every day seems a little stronger, and every day lasts a little longer. Come what may, do you ever long for true love from me? Like I long for you, baby, say it every day. Seems a little closer, going much faster than a roller coaster. With a love like yours, surely come my way. Come my way. Every day, each and every day. I love that song. I love all these songs. Yeah, this song, Going Around One More Time, it's written by Livingston Taylor for his brother, probably. I don't know if he wrote it for his brother, but James Taylor did a fantastic cover version of it. This was originally released on a James Taylor album in 1986. Never Cry Wolf. I'm not sure which album. All his albums are amazing, by the way. It's called Going Around One More Time by Livingston Taylor. It goes a little like this. My heart had been broken, and I couldn't take no more. I shuttered up my windows, and I bolted tight my door. That's when I took a look at you, and I nearly lost my mind. Now I'm going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. Yes, I'm going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. Betty was a little heartbreaker, and and it didn't quite work out. She did a number on my confidence. I was riddled with self-doubt. I said, that's it, I'm through, I quit. Then Juanita, she looked so fine. Now I'm going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. Yes, I'm going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. Round and round in circles, hearts always the same. One moment you'd swear you'd had enough, yeah, next you've got to know her name. All on my own, it wasn't that bad. I was getting by as I could get. Hi, Dan. I stopped into drugstore, one pack of cigarettes. She didn't have a quarter, had to call her cousin Kate, and could I lend her one thin dime? Now I'm going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. I'll be going round, going round, going round, going around one more time. Colt's just named Lost, but I don't want to hear about I don't want to hear that. Well, no, I'm just kidding. That's fine. I'm teasing him. But thanks for coming by. I've just, it's just an ordinary regular old stream. I'm going to do more of I'm doing these James Taylor songs I like to do. What is this one here? Looking for Love on Broadway. It's another great song. It goes like this. Right, it goes like. That's not either. That's it. Need a reason to be here. Hoping to find it tonight. Walking alone on Broadway. Watching the people, watching the town go down. Broadway's a river to me. That fish in a big city sea. Taxi cabs, limousines, submarines. Got my mind on a sweet dream. Keeping an eye on the street scene. Cause I'm open for love in the middle of town tonight. Had my fill of self-pity. Brought up my blues to the city. Guess I'm pressing my luck in the middle of town tonight. Gotta work on it. See me waiting on you to smile back on me, child. Looks like tomorrow seems like the end of a dream, dawning on me on Broadway. In the morning light, it's a dream. I'm just a fool looking for love on Broadway. Boy, his arrangement of that is such a great song. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that particular, and I'm gonna switch back over kind of just some songs that I like to do. Michael McDonald's Electric Piano. Keep forgetting not in love anymore. I keep forgetting things will never be the same again. Keep forgetting how you made that so clear. forgetting, darling. Every time you're near. Wait. I forget how it went. That's it. G. Hey, hello. Saying you can only stay a while. How do you know? None of me. None of the know both are free. Tell me how. Keep forgetting you're not in love anymore. Keep forgetting things will never be the same again. Keep forgetting how you made that so clear. Keep forgetting, darling, every time you're near. I don't remember the lyrics. It's all a great song though. Gotta work on it. Okay, the other one that I always do is like a piano song is this one. This one's also like a piano song. Get something for me, Dairy Queen. Give me a flurry. Blizzard. Oh, it's hot here, man. Yeah, Dairy Queen sounds nice right around. Actually, I have some ice cream in the freezer, so you know it's not like I have to leave the house. All right. Well, I'm switching back to the piano. I think we've had enough electric piano for today, and you know, I do like the sound of it. I mean, I do like the sound of it up to a point. And then I like to do just like the regular piano sounds. And so some songs are definitely piano songs. Can you get a combo Blizzard Chuck? You know, thank you. Combo Blizzard, thank you. Extra large. I don't know how they ordered it. Dry your eyes, little friend. Dry your eyes, my little friend. Get the lyrics. Let me take you by the hand. Ready, get ready. Rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. Sure, sounds good. They'll be rocking in the projects, walking down along the strand. Ready, get ready. Rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the when Johnny strikes up the when Johnny strikes up the band. Oh, that sounds good. And Johnny is my main man. He's the keeper of the keys. He'll put your mind at ease. He's guaranteed to please, backed by popular demand. Look around, my little friends. Jubilation fills the land. Ready, get ready. Rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the when Johnny strikes up the when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the when Johnny strikes up the when Johnny strikes up the band. That's a Warren Zevon song. Johnny Strikes Up the Band. I think from 1979. Yeah, French silk is you know, obviously the choice. Anything French is going to be the choice. Okay. All around me are familiar faces, worn down places, worn down faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. The tears are filling up their glasses, no expression. No expression. Hide my head, I want to drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I'd ever had. Find it hard to tell you, find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. And to feel the way that every child should. Sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello tell me what's my lesson. Looked right through me, looked right through me. And I find it kind of funny, find it kind of sad. The dreamings in which I'm dying are the best I'd ever had. I find it hard to tell you, find it hard to take. People run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world. Mad world. Enlarging your world. Okay. Getting close to the end of the show, but I think we got a few more songs to do. What do I have here on my little list here? I'm singing a lot because next week, and when I go to San Diego for TwitchCon, I'm going to attempt a everyday karaoke session, either in the house because I have my karaoke mic, or we're going to go out and do karaoke somewhere because it's something I don't do very often. I just want to I want to sound good. So I've been practicing for a year. I'm starting to sound somewhat okay, but I think I need another year. That's okay. We'll do it for another year. Sing on the streams. Here's one. Here's one I like to sing. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now, the rain is gone. All of my bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Got the key here. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Thanks for coming to Ken's Lounge. If you're enjoying my little lounge act here, I'll ask one thing. One little thing. It's not that big a deal. Just go up to the bar, sidle up to the bar, order yourself a fancy cocktail. Not a well drink or a beer or something. You know, something that costs some money, okay? Not for me, too. For you. I don't need a drink. I got that Coke right here. But most importantly, be sure to tip the waitstaff generously. I mean, they have on average 7 kids, I think now. It's a lot of mouths to feed. Be talking. I'm happy to talk about my camera setup a little bit. There's 2 plugins to OBS that I'm using. So I've set up 5 scenes, and then I have one scene called Transitions, and Transitions is set up to, let's see, I'll tell you exactly what it does. It uses a plugin called My Source Switcher, and it randomly chooses between 5 different scenes every 12.5 seconds. You know what I mean? It's basically it's and then each scene has a plugin called the Move plugin. There's a Move plugin. So what that lets me do is to do kind of a background transformation that effectively kind of zooms in. It takes the full screen image of what I'm of the camera, and then kind of zooms in slowly, and then zooms out. And that's really all it can do. But it does it really well. It does it very smoothly and slowly. So I can set up these things in advance to, as soon as I switch to a scene, it starts this little move. Now this, for example, this scene doesn't have a move. So I have one transition scenes which goes between all these other 5 scenes. So like, oh wait, that's not what I want to show you. Hold on. So ignore that. So there's the music scene alternate. There's an instrument only cam. There's a stream. Anyway, there's 5 scenes. But I stick to transitions, and then it automatically just kind of does. So it just gives some variety and some interest, I think, rather than just having a picture of me playing the camera, playing the keyboard. I think it's overkill, but what the hell? Why not? I mean, if you're gonna have 3 cameras, have some fun with it, you know. Yeah, it looks not bad. I like it. I like a lot. Other music streamers I think other music streamers should imitate me, you know. And I'd be happy to, if they want to contact me, to tell them how to set up their setup like mine. I can start over. Thanks, Hexon. I like my streams too. I watch them myself after. Really? Okay, so I always do these in a row because it's Linus and Lucy, technically is the name of that piece. People call it Peanuts, that's the Peanuts theme. And then Charlie Brown Christmas goes like this. I think that's going to have to be it for today. I have been running about 2 hours and 11 minutes here. Let me stream. Get over to here. Face cam only. The other thing is I have, in case you're wondering, is I have these scripts set up that allow me to change the zoom and pan of all three of my USB cameras with a double click. So I can set up, this is my opening setup, but then some days I'm playing piano, so I go like this, and this puts me where I want to be for my piano. So, and then sometimes I play guitar, and when I do play guitar, I'm sitting lower, so I have the camera go a little lower. And so I have these three icons I can click, and that's really key. Because, I know, hi Dan again, nobody Dan. It's really key because that way I don't have to physically move the cameras, and I can kind of reseat myself and always be in the right position. And it took several months to get everything set up the way I like it, but it's pretty much set up the way I like it now, so I'm not going to make too many changes. Anyway, good to see everybody. Thanks for sticking around with the stream. Tomorrow's Monday, so that means another stream at roughly 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. A little bit shorter, probably an hour and a half total, and it'll be 45 minutes of Microsoft Flight Simulator content. Who knew? Followed by roughly 45 minutes of me playing the guitar. Probably this Goldie Les Paul too. So I'll just show you as a teaser. I played it last time, but man, who can resist a satin gold top Les Paul? I sure couldn't. I had to buy it. You know what I mean? It wasn't that expensive either. It's called a tribute. I don't know what that means. It's kind of like a studio with a slightly nicer top. It's got it's got some cool things. It's like, this is exposed maple. Okay, it's a maple cap and a mahogany body, so you can see the maple wood's much lighter, but then it's painted with gold. It actually looks really good in person. Of course, it's a Gibson Les Paul, so you know. The ergonomics are amazing. All right, so you know what's going to happen is unusually, whereas I normally raid Carol Burnett, I don't have to do things the same way every goddamn time, although I do normally raid Carol Burnett every single time. Today I'm going to raid my friend Milo Lantana because, you know, it's just how it is. She's streaming today, and I'm watching her. She is from Oklahoma. Yeah, see you tomorrow. if you want to come with me, she's a pretty entertaining streamer. She's very small. And that makes her very kind of, responsive to chat. I've been actually chatting with her for years. If you guys don't know her, come by and say hi because she knows me pretty well. But I am going to do the following. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Bye, see everyone tomorrow.